Well, you know, after Christmas, the soapbox, that dent in the soapbox, a little deeper than it was after Thanksgiving. Hi, I'm Center Sports Noah Kostov.
What are you trying to say, man? What are you trying to say?
This is First and 10, a chat with Matt Hayes, National College football writer for Sporting News every single week. His column, First and 10, hits sportingnews.com every Tuesday at noon Eastern time. So, Matt, get on the soapbox. Don't hurt it too badly. And talk to me about the Big East.
What are you trying to say? Seriously, what's the point?
You look good. You look good.
Let's get into the Big East, okay? You don't know, there's this prevailing wisdom, this theory floating out there that at some point the Big East and West Virginia will make up and they'll figure out a way to get out of that lawsuit to where both can save face. Of course, that will entail West Virginia paying gobs of cash to get out of the Big East. Well, that's not going to happen. In fact, the Big East is going to keep West Virginia and Pitt and Syracuse right where they should keep them. They're going to hold them that 27-month window, and they're not going anywhere. West Virginia is not playing in the Big 12 next year. Pitt and Syracuse are not playing in the ACC next year. This is not going to happen until 2013. So everyone who thinks, oh, they'll work it out and everything will be happy, dory, funky, whatever you want to call it in college football, no.
That's huge news.
It is huge.
And we'll see if it spreads out across other conferences as well, if some of those conferences decide to pull some teams back. And moving on in First and 10, the U.S. Congress actually does something good? I haven't heard that in a while, Matt.
I don't know about that, but the Orange Bowl, Noah, has been trying to hook up with the cigar company as a sponsorship. You know, get a little extra cash for the bowl. And apparently, Congress didn't like the fact that cigars have nicotine and toxins that cause cancer. Duh. So all of a sudden the Orange Bowl says, oh, wait a second, we can't do this. We're going to back out now. Forget about the fact that the NCAA, Noah, the NCAA, the people who, regulate what's going on in college sports, or allegedly do, have said for years now that student athletes cannot have anything pertaining nicotine, including cigarettes, cigars, smokeless tobacco, cannot be anywhere on the field. And guess what? The Orange Bowl needed Congress to step in and tell them no.
Shocking. Moving on, let's close out with your guy. You've been riding this guy all season long, and that's Robert Griffin III. You don't really agree with the suck for luck thing in the NFL that Andrew Luck would be the #1 pick, do you?
Can we get like the Superman background theme going right now? No, dun, dun.
That plays every time you walk into a room.
Actually, I was at the Magic game last night, so when every time Dwight Howard stepped on the court basket, they played. No, I think what's going to happen with Robert Griffin, I really believe when he starts having these individual workouts in Waco for pro teams, when people really get up close in front and watch this kid, and then they start realizing, wait a second, there's a guy named Cam Newton, Noah, who's really good right now in the NFL. And this guy, Robert Griffin, is better. And I think at some point people are going to start to say, I think RG3 may be the #1 overall pick in the draft. And before it's all over, Noah, there will be a significant debate about who will be picked #1 in the draft.
Matt Hayes, National College football writer for Sporting News. If I had a college football writer draft from Sporting News, you'd either be 1 or 2. Good talking to you, Matt. First and 10, sportingnews.com every Tuesday at noon Eastern. Happy holidays.
You too, man.